Hebrew inscriptions. It says Dybbuk.
I played Sadak, who is the son of a Rebbe. A Rebbe is like a leader in the Jewish community, spiritual leader. And he's sort of like a little bit on the fringe of everybody else. He's a little bit more worldly. I relate to that, obviously, because in my life I really am bringing together those two worlds of I live in this Hasidic neighborhood, and this is real, you know. And but yet I do like this music and play for mostly not religious people.
What does this thing want with my daughter?
The spirit is the taker of children.
Clyde realizes that this box has some kind of Hebrew roots. That he meets a professor who tells, he works at a college, he's a basketball coach, and the professor sees the Hebrew writing and sort of explains to him kind of what it is, that it's, but doesn't really know that much about it. So he sends him to Borough Park, Brooklyn, to, I guess Sadik knows this professor somehow, and so they meet, and Sadik brings him into the shul, into the synagogue, which is a very unnerving experience. I mean, even Clyde's not Jewish, but even for someone who is Jewish, who's never been in that situation, which I have been, coming from a secular background and then becoming religious, I know like how weird that is when you come into that sort of intense, totally foreign, strange environment. And Sadik is kind of like his. Dybbuk box is this box that is containing this spirit, this demon, and even though it sounds sort of like mystical or like a fairy tale, it is a real thing in the Torah, that it speaks about different types of demons and different types of ghosts that can attach themselves to a person. The script is pretty on the money with that. Like, as I was reading through it, and it felt like someone did their research really well. And one of the things that I can bring to it is that I have the authenticity of it being real, like this being my life, so I can kind of come into it and make it feel real. I think it's bigger than the horror genre. It's definitely scary, and it definitely will keep people on the edge of their seats. It's definitely a thriller.